I'm going to record today. It deals with the way that I've been lacking in motivation and what I'm going to do about it. The second one, which you'll find either up above this one in the listings or down below this one in the listings, is about how I'm going to go about changing my training preparation program for running the Amsterdam Marathon this year. Okay, so getting to the nitty gritty, I'm in a bit of a chasm. This is June of 2016. I went to Belfast last month and it was terrible. I came away from that frustrated with myself because I knew I could have done much better if I had done the training. And even without doing the training, I could see how just with a better mindset I could perform much better. I seem to kind of wallow in being sorry for myself for a few weeks, and it's like a situation where I'm doubting everything about running. So that sounds really negative, but I'm sure everybody kind of goes through a period of self-doubt, maybe not to this extent, but I'm sure everybody does. I know in my clubs the number of people that I speak to that say, oh gee, I don't know what I'm doing here, and so on. So this is where I am just now. So I think there's three questions I have to ask myself, and depending on the answers to these three questions, I can decide whether I want to carry on running and whether I want to carry on with my ambition to run a marathon. So the first question is, do I really want to still run? Do I still want to be a runner? Deep down inside, despite everything, despite all of the doubts and reservations, frustrations and lack of self-belief, do I still want to run? Do I still want to be a runner? And the answer to that is yes. There's never been any doubt about that. Never been any doubt about that. I want to run. The way that I run, where I run, when I run, what I'm doing when I'm running, all up for grabs. But I will be a runner in some form or another. So that's good. That's positive. That's fantastic. Right. Second question, do I still want to run a marathon? That's 2 marathons I've completed, but I haven't run either of them. There's been a lot of walking involved, and that's why I've been frustrated. Probably why a lot of the self-doubt has come about. I'll never be a runner, because I'm having to walk. The answer to that one is also yes. I'm not a quitter. I've very rarely failed to achieve anything that I've set out to do in my life. There are things that I have failed to do. I haven't managed to succeed in everything, and I think that's good, because if you never fail, I think it means that you're not stretching yourself enough. If you stretch yourself and take on things that you're not sure that you can achieve, then by implication, if you're sure that you can do it, then you're going to succeed. There's no real risk in doing these things. When you have to take a deep breath and say, wow, I want to do this, but I'm not sure, then you know that there is a bit of risk involved. And the fact that you go ahead anyway shows that you have some kind of mettle, some kind of courage. Might mean that you're just stupid, of course. So yes, there are things that I have failed to do, but in general, I find that if I really want to do something, I'll put in the work that's necessary to achieve it. So it's the same with marathon. It might take me longer, but I'm going to achieve it. But I have every intention of achieving it, and I'm prepared to put in the work that's required to achieve it. So that's number 2 answered. Number 3 is, how am I going to achieve it? How am I going to fix this malaise that I'm going through just now? And I've kind of addressed this in some of my other videos, where I've been trying to work out exactly what is wrong. And I have come to the conclusion that it's because I put myself into, let's call them pressure situations, races. I'm not a racer, and I always seem to cop out in a race and can't do it. Get to the end, but I never do as well as I expect to do, and know that I can do. Going to clubs, and I loved going to my running clubs, and I loved the people there, and I put in a lot of work into the trail runners in particular, but I don't regret that for a minute. Almost without exception, everybody I've met there has been supportive and encouraging, but I find myself going to the clubs and stepping back because I've lost my confidence in my ability, and I don't want the other members of the clubs to see that I'm no longer able to run. So, what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm going to take the summer out and I'm going to run for myself. I'm going to run where I want to run, when I want to run, at a pace that I want to run at. And I know that I'm comfortable running on my own, and once I get that confidence in myself back, then I'll go back to the clubs. We've got a visitor here. It's a little bird flitting about in the bush behind me. Then I'll go back to my clubs very happily and blend back into the scene. At least I hope I'll be able to blend back into the scene again. And that's it. That's three-step solution to getting over this malaise and getting out of this terrible chasm that I've fallen into. So I hope it works. The main part of this, of course, is if I am going to keep running and I am going to do the Amsterdam Marathon and I am going to be prepared for it, how am I going to prepare for it? And that's the subject for the video number 2. So, as I say, it will be above this one in the listing or below this one in the listing. So, please go and have a look at that one and you'll find out what I'm going to do for the next 17 weeks. Okay guys, I'm being positive. This is a positive day.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to make sure you get notifications of all new content.